call the meeting to order. Roll call, Mr. Farage. Mr. Armando. Mrs. Morale. Present. Mr. Garrett. Present. Mr. Davison. Present. Mrs. Nasello.
Here.
Mr. Quinn.
Here.
Mrs. Robinson.
Here.
Mrs. Campiego.
Here.
Mr. Wood.
Here.
We stand for pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been sent to all members of the Board of Education for the verbal record in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, 1975. This time I'd like to turn the meeting over to Superintendent Pat.
Thank you. So since our last meeting, school is open. We had a really smooth opening in all of our buildings. Of course, you know, the normal routines, getting through lunches, and scheduling, little glitches that are there once you lock things out. But other than that, everybody came back. Teachers were all very well prepared, and our students really had a seamless transition to the year. Our first day with staff, I just want to share a little bit about the message that we talked about together that day. Because it's really the message that we want everybody to have, not just our staff, but also our community and all our parents. We talked about was momentum and opportunity. Those were kind of our two key words. We really started ourselves in a great direction. Everything that we did last year, everything that we put into place for this year, we have personnel changes, we have new programs, and I think the key thing for us to start to think about is, you know, we spent all of last year really talking about what we want to be as a district, and what our vision is, and where we see ourselves. And, now we're doing it, and I think that's the case. Looking at the momentum that we built last year and talking about what we want to be, and now we're done talking about what we want to be, we're actually becoming that school district. So I think it's really exciting to build on that momentum, take advantage of the opportunities that we set out for ourselves and for our students. So that's really where we're trying to keep our minds focused this year is on being that district, not talking about being that way, and actually being that way. So that everybody has that positive energy and is enthusiastic about it the same. So very, very excited to have had a great start. Last Friday, I sent out a letter to everyone in the district about summer projects. Update on all the summer projects that we've had. Some were finished, some have been delayed. I just wanted to go through those with you. The ones that we outlined in the letter. There was a lot more than this that was done over the summer, but in June, in our May, June district update, these were the ones that I listed there. So these are the ones that I provided an update on. These I think is the things that would be really most interesting to parents and maybe most important to parents as well. We upgraded the bleachers in the new gym here in this building because a number of them were cracked and broken, so those have all been replaced. We have asbestos removal in our old gym here, and we repaired and refinished the floor in the gym here as well. The Long School gym had a wood flooring installation that was really outstanding and was painted as well. And we put lighting on all of our flagpoles to ensure that during dark hours we keep our flags lit appropriately. The projects that are still in progress, we have an air compressor that controls the heating system, helps to regulate the heating system in Franklin that needs to be upgraded. That will be done by the end of September when we have our service come in to check and prepare the boilers for the heating season. They're also going to upgrade that compressor at the same time so everything gets done all together. We talked a lot about the man trap at the entrance of Smith School. That project was delayed a little bit. The inspector and the architect kind of worked together longer than anticipated to get all the specifications worked out. Once we did that, it takes a little more than 6 weeks for the manufacturers to fabricate the doors and also the window that's going to go in. So we were pretty sure it will be done by the end of the month. There's a chance it could be done even sooner than that. Everything is on order, which made it for them to arrive. As soon as they arrive, the contractors are ready to come and do the installation. The Washington School stage is going to be sanded and refinished. That building is used most of the summer think it might have been a little overly ambitious to think that was going to be done in the summer because you really can't have anybody in the building with all the dust that creates, especially the way Washington School is shaped, where it's right in the middle and affecting the whole building. So that's going to be done this year during one of our scheduled breaks, maybe over a teachers' convention or December break, something like that. We've got a few days where the building is empty. Air conditioning in the cafeterias, that was awarded, the bid was awarded to the contractor in mid-June, and we've just been waiting on them to complete it. Long school is almost done. Maybe by the end of this week, and then move on to Smith after that. But we anticipate everything is done, or at least the majority of it, again by the end of this month. So that's something on all of those projects. Long school principal search, our committee is meeting tomorrow night to interview the 3 finalists, and we hope to leave that meeting with consensus on the candidate. Our timeline from the beginning has been do that to work out everything else that we need to do in the rest of the hiring process, the rest of the week, and possibly hold a special meeting next Monday, 15th to 20th. That's still the balls, please hold that date, continue to hold that date. I'll be able to update you probably Wednesday morning on the release. And I will be at our last meeting, we had some residents from Cambridge Avenue who came to speak about some concerns they had with the Smithfield. Use of the Smithfield by both rec programs and our softball program. We worked with Mr. Ryanello to kind of go through what their considerations were that they requested. We'll be reaching out to those residents to talk to them about it, and then after that, I can report back out here at the meeting.
I just want to say, I want to thank Mr. Karate and the supervisor, Buildings and Grounds, and all the stories. They did a fabulous job maintaining and doing projects over the summer. The high school gym really looks great. We called it, it looks beautiful. This Walton School has a new gym, and that really it's spectacular. Really came nice. Those are the two that come to my mind, among several that were done.
Alright, so moving to the rest of the agenda, which is short, we just met 2 weeks ago, so I have to get a lot of time between meetings, but do some items. Section C, workshops. I just have a comment on a workshop, actually something that's not there. Our district a couple years ago started a commitment in grades K through 3 to use support in Gillingham. We trained many teachers and have continued to do that. But now that we have so many of our teachers trained, instead of sending our new staff out for the training, we're actually going to be turning that and doing that within. So we're setting up a schedule for our new teachers. It's something I think, as you start to train and create experts within the district, and you should be using that, and that's what we're going to start doing. Mr. Karate, do you have any explanations of items, I guess 3 through 6, or 3 through 7? Do you have any questions from the board on any of those?
Just, for the board information, before the change of use, you back in June approved the dual use application with county office. It says some of these offices and rooms are permanent walls. They differ from what was approved in the mortgage facility plan, so you have to file a change of use. So you file this document with the county office, they bring it to mind and review them. So it's just paperwork that has to go in. It's 4 and 7. 7 that to advise when the county office came out with a few items to clean up, and we did that, and it's paperwork that needs to go on.
Okay, item 8, the only change we made to our organizational chart was to update it with our new supervisory position. So now those new supervisors are included in our chart because they were obviously previously not part of it. Number 9, it's obvious what it is, but I'll say it just to promote it. The Education Foundation Walkathon will be Friday, October 10th. Numbers 10 and 11, 10 and 11 are part of our referendum. First is to approve date of the referendum and the voting hours from 1 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And then as we do when there's voting, we either don't have school or have early dismissal depending on the times. And with 1 o'clock vote, we'll have an early dismissal that day, so it's to revise the calendar to accommodate that vote. And number 12, with the new anti-bullying legislation, annually schools need to submit a self-assessment for determining the grade. So this is approval of self-assessment that the principals and school safety teams in each school completed. Once we get that, we get scores back from each school from the state. Once we submit this, and that data will be reported at a future board meeting once the state confirms that. We'll share all that information publicly, what the scores were for each school. Policy are the same policies that this is all second reading, so policies that will be adopted is all exactly the same. There are no changes for first reading.
I just have a question on the policy number 2417, student intervention and referral services. It's more about the process. How do students identify as far as getting into and the referral process?
It can come from the teacher or the parent.
Comes from either.
Comes from either.
Okay.
Well, actually, I shouldn't say teacher, it would be any staff member. But typically, it is one of the children's teachers.
Okay, so it's either the teachers or the parent that have to bring it.
That would refer to that, that's correct.
And they refer that to
Principal.
principal?
It's currently run by the principals, however, we are transitioning to have our INRS teams overseen by the guidance counselors.
Okay. Thank you.
But we're kind of in that transition now because the guidance counselors are there with the elementary schools.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Committee reports, chairperson member report.
Thank you for the referendum. Okay, so the referendum committee met today and to discuss, the next steps. And part of the decision was to have a flyer for back to school nights at all the schools, and that poster, just giving some basic information. And the committee also picked dates that are going to be holding information sessions at each school that anyone can come to. And that information will be in the flyer when they're at school night, for 2 weeks in November. And there's an email for asking questions, and then we're also going to be doing a brochure for information for participants.
Any chairperson report? Steve.
Yes, Dr. Katz covered most of the buildings and grounds maintenance, but I would also like to thank the maintenance and facility staff for the incredible work they did this summer. They got an amazing amount done, and I think the buildings look better than I remember seeing them in some time. And it's just really amazing considering the major renovations we also had in a couple of different rooms. The other is, I just want to again plug the dedication to the track in honor of Howard Schuman is September 20th at 11:30 a.m. It should be or will be on the school calendar very soon. And there will also be a flyer posted on the website. If you know people that are interested in it, especially alumni that might have been on the track teams during Howard Schuman's tenure here, please pass the word. So far, it seems like we're getting a lot of good excitement. We're anticipating a good crowd, but we would really like to make this a good event in honor of them. So please help pass the word at that event.
Thank you, Mr. Gordon. Anyone else? Seeing none, no correspondence, old business.
I would also think I'll give on Wednesday night.
Anybody else?
Actually, oral business, just to double check, whether we mentioned that we are hold for a special meeting potentially on the 15th of September. But I know I will not be able to be here for the 15th of September. Angela indicates me she won't either, so I just wanted to kind of throw it out there so that we make sure we have a quorum if that's.
Yeah, I don't believe I'll be here on that day. You'll be counting, unless it's just, paragraph.
the idea was to do it as quickly as we could because, you know, it depends on the availability of the candidate. But depending on how the process turns out, maybe that's pretty good. If it doesn't, we'll see. So, yeah, that's not good. Do that. But we get, you know, with next week, the only thing, I don't know if we want to conflict with back to school nights. So back to school nights next week. Each of these 3 nights, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 16th, 17th, 18th. Bottom school's back to school night is the 16th, Tuesday. So we can say, we'll see what happens, but you know, ideally the 15th would be good also to introduce the principal.
Each year, you can do this earlier, but it's something that we require people to meet with it, but probably not, It'll take that long, right? It's like,
No, I mean, that would be the only agenda, that would be the only item on the agenda. That's good.
if it's possible, if you don't have a form, we can make it earlier, then we just,
Well, let me give you an update after the committee meets tomorrow.
And the only, I just had a quick question on, do you know the timing yet of the release of the new vice principal in North Carolina High School?
The high school vice principal will be the full 60 days, so that will be October 28th. Middle school vice principal, as soon as they fill out the position, will release her. I can't tell you the timeline of, you know, those school districts hiring process.
The motion to open the meeting to the public.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? There's no paragraph to read. Residents are requested to state their names, addresses, and subject matter. The event appears in public comment portion of the meeting may exceed 45 minutes. The presiding officer may limit each statement made by participant to 5 minutes duration. Issues raised by members of the public may or may not be responded to by the board. All comments will be considered and response will be forthcoming if and when appropriate. The board asks that members of the public be courteous and mindful of the rights of other individuals when speaking. Specifically, comments regarding students and employees of the board are discouraged and will not be responded to by the board. Students and employees have specific legal rights afforded by the laws of New Jersey. The board bears no responsibility, nor will be liable for any comments made by members of the public. Members of the public should consider their comments in light of the legal rights of those affected or identified in their comments and be aware they are legally responsible for liable for their comments. Anybody from the public wish to hear?
Andy Higgins, 228 South Road. I just had a positive comment to make about that new financial literacy class that we started here when I was against the change originally. My daughter's in the class along with some of her friends, and I know it's only been the first 4 days of school, but I heard nothing but they actually are excited about what the teacher has been doing. They're learning that, you know, you have to earn money and what you have to do with it. And I just, in a matter of 3 days, my daughter's job hunting, budgeting, she's already like trying to plan stuff out. And I just want to say what a positive class that is out there with us. So.
Madam Chair. Anyone else? Only once? Seeing none, I need a motion to close the meeting to the public.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? At this time, I need a motion, go into closed session, recess, for executive session, to discuss personnel, contract negotiations, pending anticipated litigation, matters covered by the attorney-client privilege per New Jersey statute, and code 40-6, public meeting. The subject matter discussed may be disclosed to the public if and when the confidentiality of the home exists. action may be taken when the board reconvenes in open session.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Thank you. We'll take a 5 minute